Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Chat Show!
Ahoy, hoy, friends.
Ahoy, hoy, friends. How's it going? Oh my gosh, you have like the total grizzled artist.
Oh my goodness.
Look today. We haven't shaved. We've been building. As you can see, it's getting bigger and bigger back there, but oh my goodness. Yeah, so I apologize in advance that we're in
art mode.
Yeah, we're in no shave.
We're
art
actually
mode.
surrounded by cascading pardon me.
Wow.
Cascading cliffs of bricks. Pardon me.
You all right there?
Yes.
All
I
right.
think so got a little choked up on that one.
I know. Oh.
But it's serious. There's bricks everywhere in our house.
So anyway, hope y'all are having a good Sunday. I feel like could we
A little.
No.
Oh no, I don't think so. It's better. Let's keep it mellow. We've been staying up late building too.
Yeah.
You know, I am so excited. Let's just not wait at all, but say hello to the people in the green room who are busily building themselves.
Hello, people in the green room. I know I've seen them all with like heads down, which I love. This is great.
I know it's like study hall, but more cheerful. You know, like the laughy moments of the Breakfast Club.
More fun. Okay, we're going down a road. All right, here she is from somewhere in the United States. It's Kara, Minifigchick. Hi.
Hello, ahoy, hoy, my friends.
Ahoy, hoy.
I'm actually
Wow,
not
you're
building, I'm unbuilding.
You're unbuilding. Okay, then.
Unbuilding.
What are you unbuilding?
I have the giant sorter out here.
Oh.
And I'm going through a giant box of shame. So.
Okay, fair enough.
So that's one of those sorters with the smaller and smaller holes. So you think
Exactly.
you're making progress until you get to the bottom tray.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
full, completely full.
Awesome, commendable.
So let's see. Who else? Oh, from somewhere else in the United States, it's Moto. Hi, Moto.
Hello, from the Front Range of the United States.
There you go. There you go. See, I'm just at this point. I've given up.
Surrendered.
trying to
You
find
surrendered.
Sort of like hilarious, you know.
Yeah.
Some from somewhere, and now from somewhere else in the United States, it's Holly.
Hi, Holly.
Ahoy, hoy. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you.
Happy Sunday. I need more coffee.
I'm playing my favorite game, which is why is this piece left over?
Oh, is what it did? Or did something break and then?
No, it's like when you
fixing it?
finish a bag and there's that one piece left over that you know is not an extra piece. And I'm trying to figure out like where I overlooked it, but I swear to you, I don't see any gap. So if it can't be seen, does it matter?
You know, I play that game when I fix appliances.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Which is why I so rarely fix appliances anymore.
Right.
Why we don't have a microphone.
You use the Lego trick. You take pictures as you deconstruct it in, so that way you go back to your phone and build it back out.
Yeah.
I used to do that when I did maintenance on cameras. I would actually draw a picture on paper and put all of the screws on the paper on the picture where it goes.
So smart. Yep.
I can totally see you doing that.
Okay, have either of you ever done this before? I have this terrible habit, and I had it when I worked on cameras, and I still have it when I work on Lego. Is I'll be walking around, and I'm like, Flynn, how's it going? Oh, nice to see you. What are you working on there? That's great. And then I'll walk away 15 feet, and I have a piece in my hand, and I have no idea where it came from. Flynn does, though.
The worst. Yes. Where's that thing I was looking for?
Yeah, we play a game at work, which is whose stylus is this? Because a lot of us work on Wacom tablets, and you'll like go over to somebody's desk, and sometimes you'll take your pen with you and draw on your tablet. But sometimes you pick theirs up to do something, and you're like, "Is this mine or your? Why do I have 3 of these?"
Yeah, it was like on Lego Masters. We're wondering whether when you turned on your remote control for Powered Up, if it was going to turn on somebody else's model across the room.
Mm-hmm. We had that problem too. We have little Bluetooth devices with buttons on them, and there's been more than one occasion where we've been controlling somebody else's computer. Technology, you guys. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm gonna give up on this piece. We're moving on.
Oh, okay. Well, it'll happen.
Working on the land speeder. It's beautiful.
Whoa! Oh, very
that
nice.
looks great.
Nice.
We need
Didn't
to
you guys
finish
build one?
building ours.
You
We
built
have
one.
to finish it. We have to
Oh,
finish
okay.
it.
I might finish it today.
We have so much stock of sets to build because we
Yeah.
haven't been building sets so much. We've been, we have lots of entertainment ahead of us.
Hooded One says, or you remember having a piece and not knowing where you left it. That is the
Oh,
real
no.
tragedy.
I just saw it within the last
Plead
3
the fifth.
weeks.
It
Yeah.
could be anywhere in the
I
house.
just had it. You're checking your pockets. You're checking your child's underwear drawer. You're like, I just had it.
Or you put it that somewhere special so you'd know exactly where to find it. But how many special places are there?
Right.
Uh-oh, we lost Moto.
He'll be back.
Well, he'll be back.
Oh, Marilyn Parmley, that's a great idea because then the bolts don't, fall on the floor or roll away or anything. It's great having little balls or things
Yes.
to put 'em in.
All right, so
Yep.
it's time for pins.
Look at that Lego wisdom.
Already?
Already. It's and here and
It's that time.
here's Moto again.
My internet's going to go in and out all day. It's been raining.
Oh, is it one of the? Oh, it's raining. You say?
It has been raining. Whenever it rains, it's like just goes in and out of service all the time.
Well, we will. We'll welcome you back each time you go away with open arms.
Maybe not.
Return.
Who knows?
Let's see. All right. Wow. Yes, pins. We're doing pins. Okay.
Ready.
All right, Holly.
All right. So I'm still in a Scarebeck mood. So this is one I picked up at Scarebeck.
Wow, that's great.
Isn't it
Whoa.
cool?
Is that ever
And-
cool?
And if you can read, you probably can't read that, but it basically says Highland Single Malt Scotch Whiskey is what that's from. And the
Wow.
reason I got this at Scarebeck was because one of our good AFOL friends hosted a whiskey tasting event. And he
Oh
gave
my.
these out. He worked for a distillery.
Wow, very cool.
That's a beautiful pin.
That's gorgeous.
Really cool. And one of my fondest memories, which is the best part about them, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, Kara.
All right, I've gone off the Disney track today.
Uh-oh.
Some of you may remember this
Is that SpongeBob?
from watching SpongeBob. Yep, there's an episode where this pencil falls into the sea and SpongeBob starts drawing things and they come to life. And so this is Evil Doodle SpongeBob. Doodle Bob.
Doodle Bob.
It's a Doodle Bob.
I love it.
All right. Moto.
You get to choose again.
Oh, right. This time you're right.
Oh, goodness.
This right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The United States Mint here in Denver.
Oh,
Cool.
very nice.
Never been. Want to go?
I know the mint in San Francisco is beautiful. It's old and like a fortress.
I've never been there, but
Yeah.
I can say I can with this handy dandy patch.
Yeah, now no pockets. No pockets. But I got a patch.
Moto, the way you had those patches palmed, I feel like you could do sleight of hand like a magician.
I did card magic one summer
how
to get my
fun.
finger strength up.
Why am I not surprised?
Right?
At that?
Can't you totally see that?
It helps with your Lego building. You get dexterity and you're able to do all sorts of crazy manipulations,
Yeah.
Prepared to be. For a hot second, I wanted to do coin magic, but gosh, you have to do those things a million times. to get
Yeah. Same thing with cards.
So poor Flynn had to put up with every 28 seconds the sound of a coin hitting the floor.
Oh my god!
You should just go to the Met. You should just use flashbangs and just be like and disappear.
I thought you were talking about when you were a kid, and now I realize you were talking about like a year ago.
And
Yes.
Curiously, my magic coin disappeared one day. I don't know what happened to it.
Magician.
Had nothing to do with me.
As long as it's not a double-sided coin, you start scratching one end out and acting evil and flipping it in front of people, really quirky.
Oh goodness!
Yeah,
no.
you don't want to do
Yeah.
that.
Don't want to do that.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, golly. So actually, we didn't talk about this last week. I'm not quite sure why we didn't talk about this last week, but we have to talk about the new set that was announced that's coming out that I am just completely oh no, we have our, I forgot we have our pins. Sorry, I got distracted trying to fix our picture and then was like, I'll just move on.
I know. I think I know what you're probably ready to talk about, though. Maybe.
Yeah.
What's
I'm
that?
sure you do.
It's like everybody sit down.
Yeah, everybody
talk.
sit down and kind of talk. But anyway, all right, we are going to show our pins, and then we're going to say hi to everybody in the chat. So now is the time to say hello in the chat if you want to be said hello to.
So, because this is the way I feel when I get up in the morning and I look at what we did on our piece the night before. Tigger.
That's so awesome.
And for me, I've spent a lot of time building the sky, and you can see now we have clouds back there.
So cool.
I've spent a lot of time doing those clouds and that sky. So I am sporting a Mary Poppins weather vane.
Love it.
Which
Love
I
it.
think is really appropriate for that particular project. There it is. There you go. All right.
So speaking of Disney,
Yeah.
What is that? Okay, first of all, there was too many things going on. So, speaking of Disney, Holly, what were you going to say?
oh, I wondered if that's where we were going with
She was
discussion.
trying for a segue.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, no, that's not. But
Oh, okay.
we can talk about that, but let me, sorry, I'm putting a pin on. I'm
was
trying
guessing.
to get over to the guest list here.
So let me just say,
Shout-out
this is
list.
a great time to say hi in the chat, as some people already are.
Yes. Give me just a minute. Sorry.
And meanwhile, Moto, what was that amazing thing that you were flying around there?
Yeah, so I've been working on the cat. I started this last night. But I know it doesn't look like much, but this would be where the head attaches. And this would be the spinal column.
Oh, you're making a full figure of a cat.
Yeah, the shoulder blades would be here and here. And I'm just starting to do the chest ribs coming down.
Oh, holy
Are those
cow.
Bionicles joints? They look.
Yeah,
very
this is
strong.
all construction. And then
Wait, what is that word you just used?
oh yeah, so Bionicle and Hero Factory, and if you lump them all together, they're called construction. Construction.
Really?
Yeah, that's the
I
official
haven't
name.
heard that term before.
And then there's the tail.
I've heard that term, but I've never understood why it's a thing.
It's because you're constructing around the big ball joint. This is
Got
this,
it.
That
It's
sounds
so-
like a made-up word.
It does sound made up.
well,
doesn't
yes, it is made up.
All words are made up.
It's construction, but you're constructing, or I don't know why they came up with it, but anyway, construction. Yeah, there's your word of the
Cool.
day.
There you go. There's your word for
Well-
the day is construction. And the next word for the day is going to be hello.
Hello.
To a bunch of people.
Hello.
So hello, everybody. Let's say hi to Two Humble Bricks is here. Hey, we've got Apples is here from Europe. Hello. Brickaroo Bonsai. Bricks EDU, Blair Archer. We miss you, friend. Chris Monorail and COVID Chalice. Oh, you're doing a monorail. And, well, I hope the COVID is better soon. I know this is round 2 for you, Chris. Darren Siegfried is here. David Wilkie. Fabufan MKE. Gergonzola, Hooded One. Are we going to be seeing you, Hooded One, when we come over?
I hope so. That'd be awesome.
Iceberg Bricks is
Iceberg
here.
Bricks.
Hey, Mal, how's it going? John Luttrell and Vicky. Hello. We've got Johnny Cat is here. Johnny, whose birthday it just was the other day. So happy birthday, Johnny. You got Lego Don, Lisa Head
is here,
and kicking off the Emscapades, we have Marilyn Parmley, Matthew Builds Bricks, Minifigchick,
Monica
Berry, and Moto. We've got the Brick Orphanage is here, and Zach Martinez.
And wherever you are, Kim.
Zarachino. And bonsoir to Wilfred, who we will be seeing soon.
I hope so.
Very exciting. It's going to be so cool to meet some of our European tricky luggers. Super excited for that.
I did want to take a second and say, Moto, once again, you've created a strong, swooshable sculpture out of lightweight elements with really beautiful curves. That's awesome. It seems so Moto.
Bionicle's not that strong. I'm gonna have to reinforce this. I'm just trying to get the size down.
Yeah.
So I keep on Google Images. I got this search of cat skeleton, and it shows the outline of the cat and then the skeleton.
Yeah.
And I just look. I have the head over there, so I keep looking at the head. Like, how many heads is the neck? How many heads is the shoulders? How many heads?
Oh, right.
The head.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. You're phasing like the Borg.
Oh no,
But-
he's frozen. But
but-
I love that pose. That's a great shot.
And at least if you're working with Bionicles, there's Technic connections all over it.
And this, kids, is a hand.
Oh man.
I'm convinced one of these times he's just going to be faking freezing. No, I'm sorry, Moto.
No.
I feel like one of these times a little
my
tiny
goodness.
Moto is going to come out and we're going to discover that this one has been audio animatronic all along.
Oh my
I
goodness.
think
Okay.
so.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to mute your mic, Moto. Oh no.
Oh,
He's
he's back. Hey, Moto.
Sort of.
Wait, I'm
Kind of.
back.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you're
you're back.
Yeah, you look like one of our early episodes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
I am getting
Oh.
very nostalgic vibes right now.
Oh well. Sorry about that.
Well, there was a certain charm.
Yeah.
And
Sure, we'll go with that.
well, so I'm really excited about where we're going next.
Okay.
How about you, Flynn?
Yes, I'm super insanely excited about this. So this, and then Holly, you can bring up whatever you were going to talk about. And actually, if you look in the chat, the private chat there.
Oh.
Oh my God! I just saw a wild paint pusher
Whoa.
appears. Wow, that was a rare
Every once
sighting.
in a while, they come out of hiding.
That was like seeing Bigfoot.
I know. I feel like I'm looking at the cover of the Inquirer
Right?
or something. That was a sighting.
Okay, so
Now, the World Weekly News, please.
here's what I was talking about, and this I thought it was great when the NES came out. Like I was,
Oh, that.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I was excited
Okay.
for
Where's
that.
going?
I mean, like I thought it was cool, but this is really where it's at,
Right to
in
the heart
my
of the
perfect,
matter.
This is
in
the
my
bomb.
personal opinion,
I'd say I'm equally as excited as I was about the E NES.
and that is the Atari 2600.
It is so good.
So this is the very first video game machine that I ever had at home. There's pictures of me and my brother on Christmas Day opening the Atari, and I just can't get over it. And I love that they've taken the sort of like hidden things from the NES set. Oh my. The hidden things from the NES set and kind of furthered it with each of these. Oh no! Who's crinkling?
Not me.
There we go.
The
Anyway,
hidden thing.
the hidden things inside the cartridges, the original cartridge art, and I love that there's a little, like, if you see it opens like a drawer, And there you can see the, there's that little scene inside.
Well, you know what makes me so happy about this, and it's just that I remember exactly the way those buttons work, are those toggle switches. The toggle switches for the on-off. Like, there's 4 whole controls on this thing.
Yeah.
And we all know that the Johnny Thunder poster is really supposed to be Indiana Jones because it's the 80s, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely, of course.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Did you guys get to play with the Atari I have set up down here when you were here?
No.
Oh, okay. We'll have to.
There's always so much going on when we're there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So it's kind of we never get a chance to do anything like that. But
yeah, just like sit down and play video games. Like...
Yeah.
Well, I just walk around and look at stuff and play with Skittles.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
She demands a lot of attention.
Atari 2600 would have been from what year? Ish.
So, well, let's ask Dr. Internet.
Yeah, ask Dr. Internet.
Because early 80s, right?
I
Like
do. I love the 3 games that they chose for the cartridges.
82. Okay.
82. So
yeah,
I would have been in high school.
It's interesting that I even ended up with the Atari because I was kind of too young to appreciate it, and I had an older sister, so it was kind of one of those things. I feel like my dad kind of bought it for himself, really, and was like for the children, even though I was like 2 at the time.
Like all the best stuff.
She was old, so my sister's 6 years older, so she was about 8, right? So still kind of like I said, like obviously something more that my dad wanted, and then was like kind of for us to play with eventually, maybe. But she kind of hogged it, like she didn't really want me to play because she thought I was gonna break it or I didn't know how to play or whatever. So I kind of felt like I wasn't even really allowed to play the Atari. So the NES was like more for me. So I think maybe that's why I have more nostalgic vibes for that. But I did play the Atari, like just not as much as my NES. Like by the time the NES came out, the Atari was a little more like not as alluring. But I play them both. I still have both of them, and they're set up in my basement.
So what I want to know from Bricks O'Brien, what I want to know from him is there a translucent 1x1 stud in the middle of the adventure to represent the invisible dot?
The invisible dot. Oh my god.
That would be clever if there was.
Well, and I gotta say, I'm like looking at Adventure, and I know, so they're, I get it, they're recreating the cover art kind of like as a little Lego model. And I have to say, Adventure was one of those games that when like that and Haunted House, and I know I've talked about the Haunted House thing before, but it was one of those ones where I was like, oh, video games, that's so cool. And then I was like, there's gonna be a dragon. And I remember it was like my first video game disappointment when I plugged the game in and the dragon looked like a duck. And I was just like really sad. But I loved it anyway.
I think about abstraction with Lego. Like you look at a micro build or lots of things, and if you didn't know Lego, you maybe sometimes wouldn't know what it was because there's so much abstraction.
Yeah.
Well, video games now are so photorealistic, like it's perfect photorealism. And with these, there was some suspension of disbelief.
Right.
Like the Haunted House game was just basically like a dot moving around.
No, that was Adventure. The Haunted House game was a pair of eyeballs on a black screen. That was my other big disappointment.
Well, I didn't even play Atari. I played Odyssey, which was like the knockoff version. And you had to tape an acetate to your screen, which turned the single blip on the screen into like a Western town or a haunted house or whatever theme it was supposed to be. And I loved it.
Wow.
So this is great. We have to have this, and we'll set it up in the living room.
Well, I gotta say, I'm really... and with no big surprise, this is a Chris McVeigh creation. He's been doing these like PCs and old video game systems for a long time as a fan. So I think it makes sense that they would bring him on to do this. It's really great.
Yeah, so Brian says the Atari games didn't age well. You know, in general, they didn't, but I'll tell you one that I still kind of enjoy playing is the Star Wars. It's an Empire Strikes Back, that game with like the AT-ATs, and you have to like dodge the little lasers. It's such a simple game. I mean, it's like arcade, like asteroid style kind of style that holds up pretty well, and it's hard as hell. Like it's still very challenging.
Well, and I know, we can say compared to now that video games are this, that, or the other thing, but I think the thing that to remember is like in 1982, the idea that you could play a video game in your house on your television that was at least like almost as good, if not quite as good as something that you didn't have to go to the arcade and lose all your quarters that you saved all week.
It didn't cost you a quarter every time.
Right.
Yeah,
that's how everybody justified the cost, because when you added up all the quarters that you might spend, you're like, well, if I'm going to spend a couple $100 anyway, may as well buy this at-home console. I tell you what, though, I love how much arcades have not gone out of style. Like, we just spent our whole weekend at arcades. Like, we went to 2 different arcades, one of them twice in the last, 5 days. And let me tell you, they were busy.
Were they current games or vintage games?
Both. So there's one where there's one that we went to that has all the modern games. It's kind of like a Dave and Buster's, bowling alley and everything. And then the other one we went to twice has like every pinball machine ever made and every vintage arcade machine ever made, plus new arcade machines. It's I don't know how big this place is, but it's massive and it's made, and it was very busy. So there were still, kids now playing the old school arcade machines and loving it. And that just warmed my heart.
If there's ever any doubt, if players of video games today are oh, it must have been easy back then, try playing a vintage Atari game. I tried to play Lunar Lander, and it was incredibly hard.
They were all designed to be incredibly hard. That was the beauty of them.
Right. Well, I mean, they were
because you'd only get one game a year or something.
They were the modern day carnival game.
Pretty much. And then there's all these kids putting quarters on the machine because they're waiting for you to finish.
Yeah,
you couldn't save. You couldn't. I almost forgot. When I started going back to playing my vintage consoles, I almost forgot that you couldn't save your. progress.
Yeah. There was no save.
So rough.
No easy mode.
I was
no easy mode.
Well, they were designed to play until you couldn't play anymore, right? They just were repeating, like Pac-Man. There was so many.
They were designed to rack up quarters fast.
Yeah, basically.
My dad was a total boss on Centipede.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mel just reminded me I made a Sega Genesis set on Lego Versus.
Nice. Phil.
With Mortal Kombat, because that was a big game for me when I was in my youth.
Cuphead. I can't even with Cuphead. It is one of the most just for my own things that I like. It presses every single button of the style and the music and all of it.
So freaking hard.
It is so hard
it's mean because it makes you want to play.
I can't stop. I can't play it. I have failed. I have yet to get past one boss, and I was just you know what? I can't do that. Stupid carrot. Anyway,
Carrot is the worst.
Okay,
we have more Lego news.
We've talked about this before, but Holly brought it up, and I don't know that we really talked about it in detail, for very long.
I don't remember talking about it.
So I think maybe you weren't here that week. So that is the Disney Haunted Mansion set.
Oh, yes.
Which is coming out now.
It's cute.
There's a couple of very notable things. First of all, we get this great Haunted Mansion uniformed minifig.
Mm-hmm.
And I love his eyes with the sunken in, like he's got like the sunken in eyes.
Like a zombie face, but not white. Yeah.
The other one is 1x1 sand green plates, round plates, which apparently haven't been in production or in a set in quite a number of years.
Oh.
All right, I'll go you even one step beyond that. Oh, below the 1x1 round plates, we have 1x2 rounded end plates.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great.
In sand green.
In every color. Yes,
in
please.
sand green.
In sand green.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Plus, wouldn't it be fun to take this figure and make a Tower of Terror mock that worked?
right. Oh yeah, you are right. You are totally right, Brian. I own a large scale mansion on all those trans clear ghosts.
Oh heck yeah.
Yes.
I'm just glad they're producing white ingots again in some volume. So that'll be a nice thing for me to snipe off the internet, Lego internet, when it's available.
Well, I hope we see these sand green dots and on a pick a brick wall near you soon, because that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm starting to like really, really, really appreciate the smaller scale models like this. I'm so tired of everything being so big. Like, yes, this would have been an awesome like large model too, but we've had, like we've had the haunted house, we've had like a couple of haunted houses now. Like, I'm like, this is totally fine on this scale.
Well, you know what I like about it? Not only it's the haunted mansion, so it's like a shoe-in. Like I'm gonna have it. But now this is the second model that they've made at this scale. They did the mini castle, and now they've done this. And
There's hope for more.
I really hope that means that they're going to be doing a series of ride.
Exactly. And see, wouldn't it be great? Like, instead of just, again, like having imagine if every theme park set they put out was on the same scale as the Disney castle and the train and whatever. That would be like your whole room dedicated just to that. Yeah. But if they do the little minis, you could have a whole park set up.
I have a room.
Sorry, I gotta point out. So Brian says, the other haunted house isn't a haunted house, though. It's a theme park ride. Brian, so is this.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you, but this is also a theme park. It's not a real haunted house, Brian. When you go in there, all of those ghosts that are dancing around, those aren't real. What? Wait, what? I don't mean to destroy the magic for you, but... Oh, my God. All right, anyway. I am still
goodness.
Well, I like this size because it makes it very easy to make this a gift for someone.
Yes. Yes.
Who's into Disney, who maybe doesn't have a whole Lego room.
Right.
And look how cool it is that they use the white gold ingots for windows in the cupola. I know it's a small detail, but I thought that was pretty cool.
We have a few of those. I love those ingots. Those are some cool pieces.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so this is coming. I'm not sure when. I'm sure, though. The other thing I like about it is it's got that nice price point, which I'm sure is going to be around the $20-$25 zone, like the castle was.
It was a little more, I think.
Is it a little more?
Or maybe it was just more per piece, but I feel like it was a little bit more on the pricier side than the castle.
And I will note too, it also has that matching base like the castle has.
I'm really excited for this as a series for sure.
Yeah, so woo!
We've been thinking a lot about columns lately, and the
we've been thinking
the combination Inkwell candles make a really nice small scale column.
Oh, $40 says Brickaroo Bonsai. Wow. Okay, way more than I thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll still buy it.
Well, actually, that segues into our next subject.
Everyone sit down.
And everybody get ready.
Here it comes.
Wait,
we're ready for spicy takes. We should have had Brian on to talk about, because I'm sure he would have some very spicy takes.
He may still
in the chat. Okay, that is the imminent price hike. Now, we've talked about the price hikes a little bit, but I'm just now seeing a kind of... So apparently Barnes & Noble has already posted prices. So we're seeing some actual sets with actual prices now.
Let me just preface this list here. This is a serious and detailed list, and I recommend that you don't get out your calculator to start thinking about percentages here.
Well, okay. So it looks like, I mean, I'm just like looking for a few people here. A few things here. So we've got these are the themes across which we are seeing these on Barnes & Noble. We've got Harry Potter, Icons, which is now the adult sets. That's what the adult sets are called, Icon. Ideas, Star Wars, Superheroes, and Technic. These are the themes across these.
Interesting. Okay.
So, what we've got here is like let's just like pull some from some of these different themes.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of assumed it was going to be mostly licensed sets. The Technic one's a little weird. Maybe they're more expensive to make, I guess.
Well, the first one really stands out to me. The 71043 Hogwarts Castle is going from $399.99 to $469.99.
Yeah, it's really that's one of the bigger jumps. The rest of the Harry Potter stuff is usually about like a $20, $10 to $20 difference for some of the smaller sets.
Yeah.
Then we've got like the Icons sets, the boutique hotels going from $199 to $229. Which isn't like huge. And then there is let's see. Here's one of the biggest jump in the Icons collection is the Back to the Future Time Machine. Is going from $169 to $199.
Oh. Ouch.
Now, I wonder, since it's not an across-the-board even thing, do you think it's more licensing as opposed to like some parts are more expensive? You know, I know in the work I do, our vendors have raised prices like 15% at least twice in the last 6 months.
Yeah, I mean, we all know there's inflation happening, right? So, I feel like it's got to be some kind of combination of both.
Yeah,
like,
we've got a few $50 jumps here. The Real Madrid Stadium is going up $50.
It's roughly 20%, huh?
That's what it sounds like. And I kind of wonder too, like, so, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, like $50 jumps almost across the board, or with quite a few sets in Ideas, where you got a $50 jump on Home Alone, the Treehouse, the Typewriter. Those three are all $50.
There was a really great article. There's a really great article in Brick Nerd that I posted the link, and I'll post it again, of an economic analysis of the inflation. And it really went into a lot of detail. And
cool.
I thought broke it down very nicely to say that this is, it explained a lot of components of inflation and how price increases work.
Right.
A breakdown of, why some sets aren't getting hikes and others are. I thought it was a really intelligent article, and I highly recommend that everybody read it.
What was kind of your takeaway from the article of like why some
it was basically that it's been a while since there's actually been any significant price increase.
Yep.
There clearly are inflationary issues. Lego also has to look at the length of time sets sit on the shelf and how much, at a certain point they start to lose money on sets because they're just kind of hanging out at an old price point. And that they also, they're, raising some kind of significant prices now, but they're also setting these prices, I think, in preparation for future inflation so that they don't have to raise them again.
Right.
And even
I feel
more
like
significant amounts.
That's kind of what I had mentioned the last time we talked about this is like, like they have I think it's exactly that, because they haven't raised the prices significantly in so long. It feels like kind of a shock to some people, but you're basically like, if they had been gradually increasing prices, more often, we'd be at the same point. It's just that it's kind of like, all at once, and then they probably won't do it again, for a while.
Right.
Yeah,
that makes
basically they're absorbing instead of raising prices on a regular basis, they're
Yeah.
absorbing some of that inflation, and this is just it's hit that point in time where they have to
Mhm.
offset that.
Right.
And
I don't know
also, as far as people making comments about, the posting, really incredible profit margins, they do have, it is a privately owned business, so it's very different than a public business. So there's
Right.
different margins there, and they have the Lego Foundation to support. So they do have to make a significant margin.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it looks like timing is bad in that way, right? Like, why do you have to increase prices when you have a margin? But keep in mind too that there's like a delay there, right? Like their margin is based on how they've done in the last year. If they're trying to stay on track and they want to keep increasing revenue, year over year, right? Like they don't want it to be a roller coaster. So I'm sure there's some smart numbers people that have projected like, okay, to stay on track or to stay on this trajectory, we'd have to increase prices because, this past year of inflation has probably kicked everyone in the butt, even the big companies.
Oh, absolutely, everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I work in finance. I deal with profit margins. I deal with the need to make money and setting prices, and it's definitely a huge balancing act.
It's tricky. The thing is, I kind of wish that they would. Now, Mel did bring this up in the chat. I kind of wish, alongside of announcing price hikes, that they were also making more incentives. There is the incentive now of like you get VIP rewards if you buy sets at Target, that kind of thing.
Wait, what now?
Oh yeah. So they just announced like recently that you can earn VIP points when you buy Lego sets at Target.
How do you do that?
Yeah, which is great. Yeah, and I feel like there should be more of that because then at least you have, Lego doesn't really do discounts ever. It's like very rarely, like, Black Friday maybe and Star Wars, day and like that kind of thing. They might offer discounts, but generally you don't get discounts. And the best they can offer is kind of a measly, 5% back basically reward. And it's not enough incentive, especially if they're going to increase prices by 20%. That's going to force people to shop elsewhere. And you kind of have to like, the incentives are kind of all over the place because then it's up to the retailer. So I think a move like that is kind of smart, where it's like, we'll give you VIP rewards even if you're shopping elsewhere. Like, yeah, like more of that. And they should have announced that alongside of the price increases, right? Or like we should earn more VIP rewards, that kind of thing.
So tell us how the Target thing works. How do you do that?
I believe I only saw the article briefly. Like I didn't read an article, but I just saw it, and I think you scan a barcode. Somebody in the chat can probably tell me if that's right. And somebody also said, like, in our Discord chat, Flynn, somebody mentioned, I think Jeff mentioned it, and said the barcode wasn't working currently. But yeah, I think when you buy, I actually don't know. Maybe somebody else who knows should read the article or something.
Well, so that, I mean, I just continued looking at this list here, and I gotta say that, like, if you're a Technic fan and you didn't get the Lamborghini,
oh dang, yeah, that's gonna hurt.
It went from $379 to $449.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's like a $60 or $70 jump. That's quite significant.
I think Lego doesn't have some of the same cost-saving options that other companies have. There are ways with lots of company to either source parts from somewhere else or like lower the quality a little bit in ways that people won't notice. But when you're dealing with these tight tolerances, the pieces have to fit together just right. The color has to work. The pieces can't break. So there is a cost to that precision and quality that has made them so popular.
Yeah, I mean, they could, of course, save, and there's plenty of ways they could cut costs for sure. But because we already know that they're committed to sustainability and all that, and we know that that's very expensive. So I think whatever. They probably are cutting costs in some ways that we surely don't know about, but I think in whatever ways they are able to save money, we know that they're investing tons and tons of money in other, future endeavors. So it's tough. Big business is tough, y'all. I can't really say whether it's a good move or not. We just sort of have to see how it plays out. All right, I'm going to send you this article.
As thrilling as all of this talk of money and inflation has been, I say, we should.
He's gotten more expensive.
Move it. No, yeah. Hey, Bubs, how's it going?
I was going to mention it's after this, like cookies. It's not that they're less expensive; it's that you get less cookies per package now.
Exactly.
It's true.
That's a fantastic segue into everybody's favorite part of the show. Thank you, Moto. That was really well done, by the way. It is time for the pause that refreshes. That's right, everybody. It's Logan Cookie Time.
Hey, he was right there.
He was so ready.
At the door. She was at the door waiting for you, girl.
You ready? Oh, no.
Look.
Look over here. Say hi to everybody. And one.
Today's the day.
Oh, did you get it? Oh, it went over there. I bad throw. All right, you ready? And two. Yes. Good boy. Good one.
I know.
And one more. And three. Yay! Good boy. Slobber man.
I'm loving the positive coaching that Skittles is getting.
Skillets. Oh my, that's Skittles' brother.
I'm sorry.
And now with the weather.
All right.
It's Skittles.
Oh.
No, we only have one treat today, so I have to go. I have to go get
only
more.
one.
You only got one shot, son.
One shot. Ready?
Eyes on the prize.
Nope.
Oh, it was a good try.
The crumbs here. Nope. All right. That's all there is. We're down to the crumbs here.
That laser focus.
And she's like, if you're gonna make me get on this chair, I will get treats. Oh my goodness. And that has been look who's here. It's Splishy and Splashy.
There goes the model on the floor anyway.
No.
A true Moto moment.
Yep.
Oh, and swishable.
It's completely fine. It's mostly fine.
Mostly.
Is it fine?
It's not really. I'll fix it.
It's Toonces, the driving cat.
Yeah, exactly.
And that has been Logan Cookie Time.
You know who hasn't been around in a while?
Hello, Spot the Magic Ninja. Hello, and Pink Wheels 3. Hello. Who hasn't been around in a while?
I think they're gonna have to come back soon. Is Ms. Thing and Angela?
Ms. Thing and Angela have not been around for a while, and they need to get on the stick here.
But just in very inspirational.
Well, this is something else that came out a little while ago, but we had that sort of hiatus where we were gone for quite a few weeks in a row. And so we missed out on a lot of announcements. I was so excited about this when I saw it, and I'm so excited to finally see it be a real set, and that is the idea.
Oh, yeah.
So beautiful.
That's a Justin special.
Oh, is it?
It is. That's
I don't think I knew that.
Yep.
Wow,
Look,
it's
Flynn.
so good.
Small articulated figures.
It is a small.
You know what's interesting to me is I feel like they must have some knowledge of like what sets they're going to be assigned to, because this was based on a Lego Ideas competition, one of the contests for the it was a music contest forever ago, more than a year ago, of course, because it takes them that long to make a set. And I remember Justin heavily nudging me to participate. So I feel like he might have known that he was going to be the designer on whichever set won.
Huh.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Maybe he just thought it was something I would be really interested in, which I was, and I did. I did participate.
Okay, who's crinkling?
Not me.
Oh,
No, it's
that's
Cara.
me. Sorry.
Look at the careful clip and minifigure posing stand work on the drum kit.
Yeah.
it's great.
I mean, there's so much about this. The side where this little detail of the pocket with that like shield shape, it's just
Now, is that
so
a pocket
cool.
or is that just to kind of give it some more? I guess both, maybe,
I
right? Like
read
it
it
gives
as
a
a
little more
pocket.
dimension, and then it could also.
It's hard. Oh, and look at the modeling. Look at the shaping on the pianist.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It just reminds me of Dave Coletta. Same type of scale, same type of look, just elegant.
Well, she's sort of more full-figured. I love the shaping on the dress, and her earrings are great.
Yeah, and I think that she got changed to a lady character in the development. I think it was all men.
Very
It was all men, I think, originally. Yeah.
Very smart.
And I love that she is a lady of larger stature.
Yeah,
It is really great. And it looks like too. Now I'm not sure, but it looks like the guy who's playing the bass kind of has like a pot belly. Like it looks like he's got this little like. Really, I mean, there's just so much character in them and the faces, and I love the guy with the hat on and the it's just really great, all of it. Oh, and those little pieces. The guy that's got the flip up hair, the guy who's playing the stand up bass,
that's upside down.
Yeah, those are upside down. Those little curves, which I've been using a lot of in those clouds. But yeah, that's like it's so great.
Hooded One says that the ideas designer also made a string quartet companion piece.
Cool. Oh, cool.
Oh.
Well, I want to take a closer look at this because of something we're currently trying to build.
Look at the suspenders on the guy in the front too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Really
cool.
good. And you know what? It looks like
I agree, Marilyn.
What was that?
Just Marilyn said it was all men, and I like that they changed it.
Yeah.
To female.
Yeah. The drum kit's great, but so I was excited about this when I saw it originally, and I think we talked about this on one episode when it was just up for vote, and this was one we all agreed on was like really good. So fun to see it finally getting.
Yeah, it was one of those things that was voted on it was an online, anybody could vote on it, and you know what I mean, how their contests work. It's
right.
I don't know, it went for 30 days or something, and you could vote online, and then out of however many winners there were, then I think Lego decides or something. I can't remember if it's like ultimately decided by the public or if the board has to pick one. I can't remember.
Yeah. It's great. It's fantastic. I'm really a fan.
I'm glad it was chosen. I think it's going to be a really popular piece, I think.
Yeah.
Which it's going to be popular when even your non-Lego people are posting about it.
Well, that's their goal, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what they've been trying to do.
You know what I was just thinking, you know how Lego partnered with IKEA for Big Lick? Yeah. Lego is so focused on having models that look perfect on your shelf. They should partner with IKEA to make like Lego shelf units.
That's really smart, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what their standard shelves are already?
Pretty much by default.
That's how I use them, but
they are.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Like, even if it was something that was still in the toy aisle, if they had something in the toy aisle that was still like marketed for the adults would appreciate, because you know what I mean? Like, the adults are still buying it. And if it's something that would entice you to build with your kid, or your kid has built it and you don't mind like having it out on display, I think that would be awesome.
And then being IKEA, if it had an optional glass front, then no one has to dust anymore.
Yeah, or they just sell those. I mean, people have made use of those like bell jars, and they sell so many glass cases. Wouldn't that be so clever if like you had the set built and displayed in their like showroom display cases?
Yeah. We have a glass IKEA case that has our trophies in it, and bag end that I want to bring up.
Hashtag flex.
Well, I didn't say like the quantity, but we because they're so easy to break because people have made them custom for the con.
Yeah.
It's just nice to Thanks, Moto.
We needed a whole case for all our trophies.
No, it's one shelf. It's one shelf of a big case.
What? It's one shelf of a small case.
Okay, flex.
Oh my God.
Oh, giving you a hard time.
Sorry, I'm trying to see if there's any other things.
Who is going to arrive at the store in line to wait in line for the release tomorrow?
Well, so my birthday's coming up, and we have a friend that works at the Lego store, and he comes over most weeks, and I dropped very, very big hints with Eric present. So I'm hoping some arrangements will be made without me having to be involved, but I'm not counting on it.
What are you looking forward to?
Oh, the Atari was the thing that was like, yes.
That one's releasing tomorrow?
August 1st.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't realize it was coming out so soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's going to be my birthday present.
Oh. And remind us all when your birthday is again, Holly?
It's the 10th.
Yeah,
very soon.
And then mine is not too long after yours.
Right. I know. We had the best combined birthday party last year.
We did.
It was fun.
It was pretty
amazing
awesome.
Food.
Yeah.
Wow. So,
and we did a draft, which was
we
fun.
did. It was so fun.
Spot the Magic Ninja says, I can't wait for Cloud Monkey King's set. I haven't seen that one yet.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't.
But Monkey King's always exciting.
Monkey Kid.
Monkey Kid. Yeah.
Okay, so here's another another one that came out kind of when we were on our journey. Now I don't have a huge connection to this, but I think it's really cool. And that is this really well done Bowser model.
Right. Yeah. Carl model. Very nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's too big. I know it's supposed to be big. That's the point. For me, I'm like, I want it so bad, and it's just so big.
Well, and then they made a mechanical version of this that they displayed at Comic-Con. It was like huge and had arms that moved.
Oh, that's what everyone was green screened and running from.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a really great. It's a really beautiful model. And again, like I'm not. Like we've talked about this before, like Mario is not in my wheelhouse just because it was after my time. But I appreciate the iconography and I know it all from having worked in games. And this is just so excellently done.
Yeah. I look at it like the large scale Hulkbuster that was more detailed. Right scale.
Yeah.
Good. Well, really well done. Great shaping. So yeah.
And he literally has sausage fingers. Like he has these big giant sausage fingers that it makes me laugh.
You know, they left a few studs for texture, but this is a really studless build too.
Which I like a lot. Yeah. I really
Does the mouth open and close, or did I make that up?
I don't know. Maybe.
Hope so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that was a cool one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and resist, but I have a feeling we are probably gonna have to have that one.
Yeah, it's really
where I'm gonna put it, but we have to have it. Especially if I'm getting the Atari too, because I have I have kind of my shelf of I have a whole entertainment center of gaming consoles, but like between my Atari and my NES and my Lego NES and what is soon going to be my Lego Atari, that's pretty much going to take up like that whole shelf.
What about do you have a GameCube?
I do, and I haven't even built that yet.
I can see.
Built it?
I haven't built it yet, no.
Wait, I'm talking about a Sega GameCube, a video game.
The real one. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the Lego
question block.
Cube.
Oh no, not the question.
We have
Sega GameCube.
We have, so that's just kind of on the top shelf, and then we have
Nintendo GameCube.
No, we have an N64 and a like Super Nintendo emulator and like all my Xbox stuff kind of under that top shelf.
Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast.
Oh my gosh.
That's where I was
never
trying
had
to
a
go with it.
Dreamcast. I skipped we didn't get game consoles like very often. Like we pretty much went Atari, NES, Sega Genesis, and like that was it when I was as a kid. That's all we got.
I could.
That's all.
I know that's like
That's a lot.
I thought so too. Like as a kid, I thought that's all you could possibly need.
I had 2 cans and a string, and I was happy for it.
Yeah, like I had, it was kind of fun, and I tried to explain this to my kids too, like because when they want all the things, like they want every game, and I was like, the beauty of not having everything is that you can go to like your friend's house and play the games that they have or the consoles they have. Like I thought that was the best thing is like if I wanted to play Super Nintendo, I had to go to like a friend's house, and you know what I mean? Like,
well, here's what you do, Holly.
need
When
everything.
they say they want all the new games, you eventually replace all your game consoles with Lego models of game consoles and say you have to go over to your friends if you want to play the game.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think they'd object to that at all.
Except that I know you're a big gamer.
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm also kind of okay with like I could play on like one game on my phone for a year and I'd probably be satisfied. I don't have to play a lot.
Is that
Man, I'm doing that right now, Holly.
That game, the game I miss is that one with like the hoop, and then you take a stick, and then you like roll the hoop with a stick, and you like see how far you can roll the hoop.
You mean like when you get off your one-wheeled bicycle, your giant wheel bicycle?
My one, you mean
Your
my
penny
penny
farthing?
farthing? Yeah, so when I hop off my penny farthing and roll a hoop down the street with a stick, that is.
Man.
what I miss.
We didn't even do that. But we did play with sticks. A stick can be just anything if you go in a forest.
True.
Sticks. Yeah.
What we threw acorns at each other.
Things that you would
There you
strap
go.
to your feet, like
What was that?
There's something you strap to your feet, like
Skates. The original skates.
No. Like there were like blocks or something that was like I don't remember. It's before my time.
Oh, okay.
It's like elementary school stilts. You just strap the blocks to your feet.
Oh no,
Something
they
like
did
that.
have that. Okay, so on Romper Room, they did have this thing called Romper Stompers, and they looked like upside down sand buckets with
Yeah,
strings
buckets.
on
That's
them.
what it was.
And
Yes,
then you would put your feet on them and walk around because that's fun.
that's it. That was
I'm
it.
taller.
And you know what? You never had to charge it.
Yeah, you didn't have to
You
charge
never
it.
had to update it.
Yeah, you didn't have. There were no microtransactions. They're like, if you want the string, it's an extra 25 cents
Daily.
Yeah, but nowadays,
every
nowadays you can get painter stilts, and that's how you do large Groot cosplays and stuff like that. So
Ooh, fun.
day. Dina, kick the can. Totally.
Kick the Can was a good one.
I missed that game too.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness. And you're right, the Dina's gateway to drag, the Romper Stomper, totally. Like, this is what it's like to wear platform shoes. Give me a wig.
Oh no, Chris says the Legoland Hotel in Windsor is on fire.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
no.
That's posted in the
bananas.
chat. Breaking news.
Oh my goodness.
Quick, someone call City.
You heard it here second, folks.
I was just gonna say, you would think there would be an abundance of Lego.
Lego water to throw on it.
Lego fire.
Lego sand.
Lego Fire. That's too
I
bad.
was going to say, yeah, if it's Lego City, they'll have plenty of fire trucks. No problem.
Unfortunately,
It's tragic, but there's too many jokes to be made there. I'm so
If it's
sorry.
Heart Lake City, then it's going to take a while for the police to get, for the fire
Right.
people to get there.
But all the animals will be
But all the
safe.
animals will be safe. So don't
Thank
worry,
goodness.
folks.
Well, I hope no one's hurt in the fire.
Yeah.
I'm sure no.
if you think about it, Heart Lake City's better prepared to defend itself against fire because they have that huge lake in the middle.
It's
Yeah,
true.
right.
They can
It's
just
true.
throw everything that's on fire into the lake.
No, they just come along with the big helicopter buckets, and you honestly don't know how this works, man.
I'm sorry.
There are helicopters with big tarps, and they
How
go
many-
down to the lake, and they
I
lift
was
it up, and they
imagining mini dolls running
Like-
towards the lake with on fire furniture and just tossing
pitching
it
it
in.
in.
Yeah, hopefully there's more than one helicopter in Heart Lake City.
Yeah,
Oh yes, there's quite a few.
quite a few.
I'm imagining Rex Danger Vest coming and saving everyone.
Goodness.
With Princess Peach.
Mini dolls don't need Rex Danger Vest. They can save themselves.
They can save themselves.
They have longer arms anyway, so they can throw the water further.
They can.
Are they actually longer?
Yeah.
They're a little bit longer, yeah.
Pretty long. Okay, has anyone ever done this? We had
Oh,
cause
boy.
for
Here
a
we go.
variety of reasons to possibly switch the arm direction on a mini doll. But I started trying to do it, and I felt like I'm going to break this thing and never get it back together because it's designed not to come apart.
You have to be careful, but you can remove mini doll arms. I've done it in the past, but you have to be very careful because they're thin and they want to break. Everybody's trying it now.
Yep. Let's find out.
There you go.
I'm gonna say I'm not sure that they are longer. I think they're just straighter.
Nope. Let's test the theory.
Because I'm looking at them side by side, and like
Kara was so brave.
the Minifig arm is kind of a little more bent. I don't know if I can.
Oh, look at that. Well, they're slender, so they look longer.
Well, this is why you come here, folks, for the hard-hitting content.
Yeah.
They're about
They're
the
same length.
Offer.
Same length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Kara's got scientific, a second perspective on scientific
she's
evidence.
ripped off the arms. I'm not so brave.
Wow,
yeah,
y'all.
they're kind
Did
of.
you see the brave look on Kara's face? She was like Brienne of Tarth with that thing.
And it was a video doll too, or video thing. I'm gonna go all out there.
Y'all are
Well,
too much.
so if you can pull them off, you actually can reverse it. So if you like, for instance, the back of a costume on a mini doll, you could make it the front.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, arms will always come off. It's just a matter of
Getting them back on again. I didn't want to ruin our mini doll.
Well, I'll have to say it's been difficult gathering enough minifigs or mini dolls with like what can resemble ancient Greek
I
dress.
bet.
Like
Yeah.
it's been hard.
Yeah.
We found some good stuff in elves though for the mini dolls. And I found a Princess Tiana dress that it might as well be a toga. Like it's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah. Which one you
Look,
mean?
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
Three Greekish options from elves.
Moto, you're phasing again.
see, like I think that blue one is more successful than the pink one, but that could totally
I
come
think so
across.
too.
I think so too.
That one.
Gosh, these stickers are really hard to apply.
Stickers.
Yeah, putting the stickers on the front of the land speeder,
Yep.
and you know it's on the curve, so it's a little tricky, but we got it.
All right. Very good. What are you doing back there?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm putting.
Now he's just back there tearing all the arms off the mini dolls. That's like,
No, I'm putting
Rampage.
back on the
One,
piece.
two more of these.
Because have you ever done?
oh,
Ooh,
hooray!
Thank you.
Those
Cara.
are actually the ones that we need. The other ones too, but yes, those are
Especially
a thing. Thank you.
We did just like a quick update without going into too much
Without
detail.
going into any detail at all.
Without too much detail on it. We made a big breakthrough in color in clouds in our piece. And we're very excited about it. We're trying to push color further than we were.
Yes.
I saw
Yeah.
the pink clouds that you put around the.
Oh, the lavender one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, are they lavender?
Yeah, give us an update.
Oh, you want an up? Well, hang
Yeah.
on. Let me get my phone so I can sign on to the call. But actually, you know what? Stop.
What?
It's hammer time.
Awesome. I've had them sitting in the back for a while now.
Yes, I know. So now we don't want you to run out of these too soon. So if you only need to do one at a time, we understand.
Well, no, I have. So this hammer time's a little unique. I have about, I'd say 6 ball peen hammers, but I'll show you 2. The reason I like them so much. So the first ball peen here, I don't know if you can see the nylon thread around that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nicely done.
Well, the reason is this whole thing was split. So it had a bad split going through it, and one way to repair it is if you wrap it with nylon really, really tight all the way down, and you do a special knot where you thread the thing back through.
Yeah, so the nylon through multiple wraps, it
Yep.
adds a lot of pressure.
Yep, and it's
So
super.
do you feel secure with that thread solution in just whacking the heck out of that thing?
Yeah, I've used this one, and then the other one. So what is this one? This one's generic.
Such an old school technique. I love it's not like epoxy or anything.
Nope, and this one is a. I don't know if you can see that. A plum.
Nice.
Got it.
But what's cool about this is the way someone decided they were going to null the heck out of the handle.
Whoa, that's distressed and a half.
Why?
Well,
Why would somebody do that?
So they could get a better grip on it.
Oh wow.
It's almost like making your own grip.
That is a
Wow.
well-loved hammer right there.
Yeah, and this is all old growth hardwood, probably. Yeah, both of these I think are. They'd be. Oh shoot! What was that tree that no longer really exists anymore? Walnut. They're all probably walnut.
Wow.
Walnuts don't walnut trees don't exist anymore.
Well, you can't find large walnut trees anymore. Not like the way they used to do the furniture. Walnut exists, of course, but it's incredibly difficult to find not free large panels of walnut, black walnut especially.
Huh.
Yeah, they used to. So, fun fact: a squirrel used to be able to travel the entire up and down, north to south United States coast without touching the ground. That's how many black walnut trees there were. And
Wow.
because they take so long time to grow to where they seed, they're not. There's no old growth walnuts really.
Well, now
around
I
anymore.
feel really bad about all the like walnut saplings I've had to rip out of my backyard because we used to live next to a walnut grove and the squirrels would plant their nuts everywhere. So I had little walnut saplings all over my backyard. Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
you won't be making any hammers from your backyard, Holly.
No.
That's it. Anyway, yeah.
Well, thanks for hammer time.
Hammer time.
Hammer time. All right. Well, I've got the mock cam up here. Oh, hang on.
Mock cam.
Being funny. All right, here we go. Mock cam.
So, do we need to? Here, I'll turn on the overhead light.
Oh, it's gonna look horrible, but
It's okay.
yes. Okay, here we go. And I'll put this on the big screen, but whoop. There we go. No, turn to the side, you dumb thing.
Just turn the phone to this.
There we go.
There you go.
All right. So I think you saw the wall last time, but now we have these clouds.
Look, we have Apollo's chariot is up and running.
So good.
It's looking great.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
You can see we're still looking for some pieces here. This is my favorite new addition.
The little stripes under the clouds.
The lavender clouds.
Oh, lavender.
around the
Mm.
top of the,
I see they look pink on camera.
yeah.
They're lavender.
Yeah, it's two shades of lavender wrapping around, so there's a ring of clouds around the mountain. Is the idea?
Yeah. So. Oh, and we did add our little story of Hades patiently waiting for Persephone to come back from the above ground.
And admire that throne, y'all, with minifig legs as part of the.
Oh yeah, we've got Shima legs as the claw feet
Really
on the
funny.
throne.
So he's waiting, and you've seen all this before. But yeah, it's
Oh.
getting there. Oh, and we added a sea creature.
The Kraken.
Now I know he looks like a googly sock puppet right now, but he's gonna get angry eyebrows.
He's
But-
adorable.
But he's like,
And he's getting a
and
tail.
he's getting a tail,
and you can see him through the front.
yeah, you can see him all the way in the back there through the cage doors. You kind of see him. But yeah, so that's how it's getting. Anyway, so yeah, more.
And that's the news. Oh, and the 9 muses are carrying little symbols now.
And our like terrifying bionicle that doesn't really go.
He's a placeholder for the Colossus of Rhodes.
Oh, that's really funny.
All right, so that's that.
I was just thinking how fun. Well, quote unquote funny it would be if this was like a Lego Masters challenge and you ran out of time and that had to be your Colossus.
No, hands
No.
up, push down.
No. Oh, thank you, everyone. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. But yeah, that's the tour for now.
Yeah, it's just nice that it's beyond under construction, so all the girders and all that, so you can see stories now.
Yeah, what's your time remaining now? Till the big day.
About 6 weeks, yeah.
Wow.
You're doing great for 6 weeks out.
Yeah, I think we're doing great. I'm not worried. Like we still have some. Today we decided that today we're finally at the point now where we need to make a list of projects that need to be done, and really so we can start focusing on it.
Finishing the volcano is the next big one, but then we're doing
Thanks,
a second pass over absolutely every area to do like a fractal, smaller detail pass with foliage and all that.
Sprinkling the glitter on.
Yep.
You have to have sprinkles.
Yeah.
We need sprinkles, all the dots and cheese wedges and all of the things that give it a really fun appearance. But...
Monica Bear, yes, you don't remember that Greek myth of the alien that came down and landed on the water?
There had to be at least one.
Hey, Brett.
I gotta say that we've talked about this before, but like articulated figures are not out in our wheelhouse at all. And that particular part of the project, I think, is scaring the crap out of both of us.
It's the one part that we don't have all the solutions for yet. All the others, we just need to put in the work, and we know what's left.
Yeah, that one, and like the reason why it's still a weird bionicle alien is because I feel like a little bit at a loss of like where to go from here. So
well, we know it. We want it to be that size, and it can't be hugely muscle bound, so it needs to be made, pretty thin. And it should be gold, I think, would be ideal.
Yeah, so it's just lots of things to take into consideration.
But 6 weeks, I think we're in
you're in good shape. You're in really good shape.
Yeah,
we're great.
What I feel excited about now is I feel like we'll have the construction done early enough that we can just spend a really good amount of time detailing it and making it beautiful.
And we keep getting new coming up with new ideas and adding more characters and like creating new like this guy happened this week. Where is he? Oh, here he is. So Cupid happened this week.
Oh, so awesome.
I love his gold bikini with sandals.
And he's carrying a bow and
Where
arrow.
did the gold bikini come from?
It's the bottom half of the goddess minifigure. She wears a cloth skirt over it.
Oh.
He's actually wearing a gold bikini underneath of it with sandals.
Awesome.
So I've been taking her skirts and using them as toga bottoms for the male characters because there's not a whole lot of there aren't any actually legs for the male characters.
Well, because we don't want all the guys to be military guys. Like they can't all have shields and armor and all that.
Yeah.
And a hooded one, I agree. We're gonna make it a brick built figure. I think we're gonna use mixel ball joints and
it'll definitely be brick built. So anyway,
so that's where we're at with that. We're very excited.
But speaking of minifigures, how about we share?
No.
Give me a minute.
Well, usually y'all are like, are we going to do minifigures? We're all sitting here waiting with our minifigures. And now, see, I fooled you. I started remembering. Holly, why don't you go first?
Okay. So I'm going to go with another custom one that I picked up at Scareback. This is why you go, because you find cool things. So I got this from Ed Pearson of Brick Sanity. And I just love it.
Oh, that's great.
I just love it.
Look, Moto, it's a cat skeleton.
It's a Unikitty.
Oh,
skeleton.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah. And I got a Minecraft version too, but Vincent has that one in his room.
That's great.
Yeah. So he did a whole series of like custom Unikitties. They were really, really good.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right, Kara.
All right. Not an unknown one at all, but I have the Snape in drag.
Oh God, I love that one so much.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
as the boggart.
And
Yeah.
his cat
With the cat.
Oh,
sweater.
That's great.
It's so good. It's so good. All right. Moto. No. Okay, I'm telling you, if one of those existed in gold, I would consider making that our Colossus of Rose.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Look at the beautiful eyelashes on this
It's
figure.
Freddie Mercury.
It is.
Totally.
It is Freddie Mercury.
It's Technic Figure Mercury. And he comes with a helmet too.
That's not his hair. Oh, he just.
There we go.
All right. Oh, it's us. Okay.
Speaking of gold figures,
Gold figures.
Oh yes.
There you go.
That's from the Aquaman set.
Yeah.
I wonder if we shouldn't give that armor to Apollo. Anyway, sorry.
Apollo.
Now I saw it. Okay, now
got
here's
great
mine.
abs.
Now, this one, I'm really showing more because I'm super psyched about the prop that I gave him. But this is one of my very favorite minifigs. We've used him in a bunch of different models since we've started
including
building.
Snake Queen.
Including Snake Queen. And we have two of them, and we usually use them. So one of the things that we do in all of our builds is we always have two figures that represent us somewhere in the build. And in Snake Queen, it was two satyrs who lived together in a tree with lots of forest animals. And in this, it's also the two satyrs again, who are sort of like
They're presenting Persephone.
Yeah, parade. So the figure is the satyr, and I especially love the backwards oak, but I got the idea to use the new chopsticks piece as a panpipe.
Oh yeah.
Clever.
Okay. There is a pipe piece.
Yeah, but it's a flute. It's like a long
flute.
single flute.
That reads a lot better. That's
I see.
amazing.
I see. Yeah. Pan
Yeah,
flute,
it's a
got it.
long flute with holes in it. And we actually gave it to one of our muses because she actually now, okay, this is the depth that we've gone to. We've actually looked up all of the muses and what they were and how they were represented in paintings.
Like
and,
especially like Renaissance paintings, she was always carrying an hourglass.
yeah, so we tried to like hook them up, and there's one whose symbol is a flute. So she got the flute, and now little Satyr has the chopstick panpipes.
Please call him Zamfir.
He is
that is
master of the pen.
Master.
Master of the Pan Flute.
So yeah.
That is so cool.
Thanks. I was pretty proud of it. No.
Yeah, this is why you don't build on stream. I've done it again, where I have extra pieces, but they are not
Oh my
pieces.
god.
Oh,
All right, friends. Well, so
Oh,
There you go.
Chloe has
Figured out where they go.
design.
Okay.
We've got mock to build. There's a cat skeleton that requires back adjustments.
is that cat construction gonna get your plate mosaics on the top of it?
Yeah, so yeah, it will.
Amazing.
Short answer.
Cool.
Short answer.
Yay!
Amazing.
Can't wait to see it.
Well, I hope you have all had a fun time here. I know we have. Thank you, everybody, for coming and showing up. Thank you, panel. And Kara, I believe there is a meeting next week.
There is. There
Yeah.
is. So on Saturday, August 6th, so 6 days from now, Tricky Lug meeting, same time as this stream, 10 a.m. Pacific time. Invites will be going out in a day or two. And if you need an invite, send me an email to trickylug@gmail.com. And don't forget about the challenge theme. You do not need to be present to display. Just post it on Instagram under hashtag Tricky Lug Challenge. And the theme is food. So any food mock you feel like building, please do.
Thank you, Kara. And real quick, I did want to mention that there will be no show next Sunday.
We're traveling for my father's memorial. We're going to take a nice walk out at the beach.
So we will not be here next week, but we will be here the week after, and I dare say we will have progressed even more on this piece that we can hopefully show to you all.
I bet it'll be taller
for sure. All right, everybody. Until next time, which will be in 2 weeks, or we won't be at the Tricky Lug meeting, but you can see other Tricky Lug people at the meeting. Whoa, hi.
That was faster than a few minutes.
Hello.
But thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. And until next time, don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, continue to wear that mask when and where you still need to, get that vaccine and that booster. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Happy building.
Bye.
I know. Well,
that never gets old.
Classy.
Oh, you have to Banksy that thing now.